Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. Today in this video, I'm finally showing you how to properly align your headlights. So I've seen this many times where people are driving their vehicles and say they do any kind of headlight modification to their car. And when you drive by them, it looks like their high beams are on. You high beam them, you flash them, you do whatever, and then they turn their high beams on and it blinds you even more. Well, the reason why the lights were initially blinding you is because the headlights weren't aimed properly. Instead of the light output to be slightly down but level, the light is actually pointed upwards. So what happens is when you're driving, you have the light that's up and it's blinding you and you can't see anything. That's why it looks like the high beams are on. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that so you're not blinding anyone and you have proper light output at nighttime. So on every car, when you pop the hood, you're going to find some sort of indication as to where you turn the headlights and what the degree or the gradient should be up or down. So it's always going to be slightly down, but how much? So if we move to the passenger side of the vehicle, on top of the headlight, we're going to see a little marking right here. And I'll get the camera to zoom in. And you can see how it's 1.2%. So that's the angle at which it should be down. So it should be down 1.2 degrees. So that the light isn't going to be level, so zero, it's going to be pointed slightly down so you're not blinding other drivers. Now, how do you adjust the headlight from there? Well, every car is going to be different, and if we come behind here and we take note of this little positioner screw thing right there, we're going to be using a 4mm nut to turn that. And what's going to happen is there's either a bolt on the top side or the bottom side of the projector, and it's going to push it up or down, depending on which way you turn it. So we're gonna level this, so we're gonna have proper light output at nighttime. All right, so we're outside and we have the Golf with the lights on and the car off, and you can see our light output right here. Now, I'm gonna try and zoom in a little bit, and you can see that there's two little prism areas, one there and another one here. Now those two little things are what happens when the light from the projector outputs it onto, say, a wall or whatever. That's the actual light output that we're getting. So the game plan is we're going to try and not only make both of these level, but we're going to have it so it's not too high and it's not blinding people. So the proper way that you should do this is this line right here should line up perfectly with this side of this beam. From the looks of it, the driver's side headlight looks good, but we need to adjust the passenger side. So this is at the proper height, and we need to bring this side, the passenger side, down so this line is aligned up with this line. Now, the reason why we have these little things here is it's the cutout so that we have light outputting as high as we can on the driver's side of the vehicle, so it's light outputting a lot of light in the proper direction, but it's not blinding oncoming drivers. So if we had it the opposite way, we would not get too much light output over here, but we'd be putting too much on this side and blinding drivers. So let's adjust this by turning the 4mm nut found on the back side of the headlight. So on the back side of the headlight, we have our 4mm socket on a ratcheting wrench, and if we turn it to the left, so clockwise, what's going to happen is the light is going to be brought down. Now it's only going to do small increments at a time, so play with it carefully, and when you get it to the proper height, you just stop. So as you can tell, it's getting there, it's getting there. It's still not quite where we need it to be. Right there. See how the light is straight across? So once we have it like that, see right there? That is pretty damn spot on. So with it like this, we're going to now go onto the road and see if this is proper output. So if you're driving behind a car, you shouldn't be bringing the lights above his rear window and blinding him. The light should be pretty damn close to dead on flat and horizontal. However, we noticed that the 1.2 degree should be facing down, so it should be slightly angled downwards. So we're inside the car now, and you can see that we have a good light output on the road. Now we've got a good cutoff, a nice clean cutoff from the left headlight and the right headlight. And you can see that if there was oncoming traffic, we wouldn't be blinding them. If you guys can, aim the headlights maybe once or twice, just until the point that you get the headlight output to be perfect. You don't want to be blinding oncoming drivers because in some areas you could possibly even get a ticket for that. So make sure that you can do this done right. If you don't know how to do this step, you can easily bring it to a shop and get their proper machines to do this correctly. So if you guys remember in a previous video, we installed an aux beam light bar on the Golf. Now right now we just have the low beams on, so the projectors and the HIDs, and when we turn the high beams on, you can see how much more light is displayed onto the road. So not only does it spread light outwards, but it also spreads light upwards. Now the camera's not really picking it up, but I promise you the trees and everything down there are well illuminated. Now if you guys were to go to an actual shop and get your headlights aimed, what they would do is they would install essentially a box, which is a camera over top of the light, and it would measure where the light is reading and where it's outputting, and it would tell you where to adjust it accordingly, whether it be up and down, left or right, if your headlight has it. And that way you're gonna have a proper specification for which way the light is supposed to be outputted. And that, guys, is how you do a quick DIY headlight aiming session for your car. If you guys have a friend that is always blinding people, whether it be HIDs or improper aim, share this video with them so they know how to fix it on their car. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, throw them down in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to help. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Trying to record. Safety first. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're going so fast. Oh.